Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. Today is my Friday haul, and as you can see from the title, I refuse to pay the prices that they're asking us in the supermarkets. And I've shopped this way for 6 years. I do not shop in the supermarkets. I shop in food discount stores, food initiatives. These places save food from landfill. They are the overflow of what the shop have left over. They send it to the food discount stores and then they restock their shelves. Some items might be slightly after their best before date, but they're never inedible or out of date for eating. And you use your own discretion for that. But I won't pay the prices at supermarkets. So I've done a really cheap shop here today. I haven't spent a lot of money. I'll tell you the numbers at the end. And how I do my hauls is I show you each item individually. I show you what I've paid for it. I tell you what the supermarket would have charged me for it. And I also give you how much I've saved on each individual item. So let me start at the beginning. So first on the list is a lovely big pizza. So this is a Gyro's chicken pizza. And I've actually spent just 40 pence on that pizza today. Had I bought that in the supermarket, it would have cost me £4.75, giving me a £4.35 saving. Absolutely wonderful. And that will be the evening meal today. I got 4 burgers. Now, I've paid 84 pence for those 4 burgers today. They would have cost me £2 in the supermarket, giving me a £1.16 saving. Now, the weather we're having here is tremendous. I apologise if I look a bit blown out due to the heat. We're having really good weather at the moment. We're just not used to it, you know. It's not the same as going on holiday. We have different weather here completely. The temperatures are affecting everyone, but we all want burgers, sausages, etc. for the barbecues. And these burgers at this price, you'd be rude not to buy them. So, as I say, 84 pence paid by me, £2 in the supermarket, £1.16 saving. Next on the list is 2 ham and cheese slices. I got those absolutely free. I was given them in one of the food initiatives. They would have cost me in the supermarket £1.65, so full savings there. Got a nice organic lettuce, again pretty big, not as big as last week's, but it's pretty big. I've paid 20 pence for that. Would have cost me £2 in the supermarket, giving me a saving of £1.80. A box of Cocoa Pops, just the small one, but I've only paid 20 pence for it. That would have actually cost £2.25 in the supermarket for the really small box of Cocoa Pops, giving me a saving of £2.05. The Polish mayo was there again today, and they had the small and the large jar, and seeing as everyone's enjoying it, I picked the large jar up. They were both 20 pence, regardless of which one I chose. So we've got a nice big one. We're going through it with the salads and everything we're eating at the moment. So we're just about to open last week's jar. So this one goes in reserve. I know my friend Claire's been picking her up and she said today's jar is 7. So she's got 7 in reserve and she's quite happy with that. So I paid 20 pence for it. Would have cost £3.75 in the supermarket, giving me a £3.55 saving. I got 2 tomato and mascarpone sauces, which will be absolutely gorgeous in the lasagna, spaghetti bolognese, etc. I got those 2 absolutely free. Now, together, they would have cost me £4.50 in the supermarket, which gives me full savings. Absolutely wonderful. I got a little pack of sausage casserole seasoning. I've paid just 20 pence for that. That would have actually cost £1.99 in the supermarket. There's a 50 pence sticker there, so I don't know if someone's picked it up and was going to sell it for that. I'm not sure. The best before date is the 17th of October on the back of it. So Some things will be slightly out of date, as I say, but they are down to your discretion. I got 4 of those lovely Costco double shortcake biscuits. They've actually just cost me 25 pence for all 4 together. They would have cost £5, giving me a £4.75 saving. A nice tin of tuna chunks for the pantry. I paid 20 pence for that, would have cost 65, giving me a 45 pence saving. 4 brioche buns here to go with the burgers. I got those absolutely free today. They would have cost £1.75, so full savings again. So we've got the burgers and the buns all for 20 pence. Absolutely amazing for 4 people. Got a Warburton's toastie, just 20 pence. Would have cost £1 because they're on sale still, so an 80 pence saving. I got 2 packs of pancakes, sweet pancakes. Oh, I got those absolutely free today. They would have cost £3.80 in the supermarket for the 2 packs, so full savings again. I bought the teddy bears again for my friend. So they've cost 84 pence, sorry. Would have cost £3.50, so a £2.26 saving. And she's absolutely loving them. She'd eaten a couple, but kept the tin foil outside and shaped it into the teddy bear thing as a little ornament on the side. So I know she'll really appreciate the next pack I take her because she really enjoyed the last one. Also got her some grapes. So we got the 500 grams grapes. I paid just 20 pence for those. They would have cost me £1.94, so £1.62 saving. And 2 packs of these baby carrots, absolutely free. For the 2 of them, it would have cost me £4.40, and they'll be absolutely delicious, roasted with a little bit of honey on. I also got the green beans for free, and they would have cost me £1.30. And also, again, the parsnips were free, and they would have cost me £2.40. So in that particular food initiative, they were in a bucket at the side on what we call the free table. There was many other things, and I just chose the carrots, the green beans, and the parsnips. I thought they'd be lovely for the weekend. Now, this was a lovely surprise today. I already have bicarb, but there's 2 packs of bicarb here. I can't see. 850 grams. And when I asked the price, just out of curiosity, the lady told me 50 pence. So I picked up 2 bags and they will keep for years. And although I already have a good supply at the moment, I'm well in order for well over 12 months of bicarb. So I don't have to buy any bicarb now for well over 12 months. And I'm really, really happy about that. So I got 2 of those today and it's cost me just £1. Now I know the time when I didn't have bicarb and I had to order it from Amazon, it cost me £10 for a small tub. And to get what equates to over that small tub for £1 is fantastic savings. So that would have cost me £8 for those 2 bags. So it's a £7 savings to me today. I got 2 bottles of the bar lemonade and they were just 42 pence a bottle today, 84 pence. But they would have cost me £2.80, giving me a £1.96 saving. This Hellman's barbecue sauce. Now, it was a funny story, really, because I asked the lady how much that was, and she said £1.50. And I left it on the counter and I walked past, and she said, "That's a good deal for £1.50. I said, "It probably is." I said, "But I'd rather pay £1 for it." She went, "Go on, you can have it for £1 then." So I got that one. There was loads on the shelf. And I got that one for £1 today. And when we went into the other food initiatives, it was the same price, £1.50. But because I said, I'm only buying it if it's £1, I got it. Sometimes a little bit of cheek, a little bit of tongue in cheek, it goes a long way. Now I've only saved 50 pence. But if you think that's only cost me 50 pence, it's like I got it for free. These things work and it all helps with your finances and what you need. So I've paid £1 for that Hellman's barbecue sauce. It's a 950 gram bottle. That would have actually cost me £3.50, giving me a £2.50 saving. Amazing. Now this looked a bit bashed. And I said to the woman, how much is that one? And she said, just 50p. And I couldn't really grumble at 50p, so I didn't try to negotiate any further. So I paid just 50p for the Heinz Korean barbecue sauce. Now that would have actually cost £4.95 in the supermarket, giving me a £4.45 saving. Amazing. I picked another bottle of this up. It was the last one. And I thought, well, that'll last as well. So I've paid just 42p for that today. That would have been £1.65. So it's a £1.23 saving, and that's in reserve now. I very much doubt they'll stock that again. So although I got one last week, that'll stay in the pantry now, and we've got it, and I can't see them having it again. I got an El Paso sour cream. I've paid just 42p for that. Would have cost me £1.50, giving me a £1.08 saving. I got 2 packs of the Tuck crackers, so 42p a packet. I've paid 84 altogether. Would have cost £1.38, giving me a 54p saving. The mini crackers, 3 packets of those for Mr. Wallflowers to take with his lunch and work. So it was 3 bags of those, of the mini packets, 3 bags for £1. Had they been bought in the supermarket, they would have cost £3, so a £2 saving. I got 6 sausage rolls just for 50p. They'd be lovely with a salad, and we'll get a meal out of those. I paid just 50p. Would have cost £1.75, so £1.25 saving. A pack of apple turnovers, which will be nice for dessert. I've paid 25p again for them. They would have cost £3, so a £2.75 saving. And last but not least, I got 2 12 packs of the Rubicon Spring. So this is orange and mango flavour. And sometimes they've got a little bit of sediment on the bottom, and all you've got to do is shake it up, and they are perfectly fine. And they've already been dipped into, with this weather being so hot, we've already had a couple out of it. So I go to a discount store and I normally pick up 12 of these for Oscar or any of us that want a drink to cool down. And I normally pay £4 for the 12 pack, 3, 6, 9, 12. And when I found these today, they were £1.50 a pack. So it was rude not to get the 2, because buying 24 of them was cheaper than buying 12 elsewhere. So I got 2 packs for £3. Would have actually cost me £14 in the supermarket, giving me an £11 saving. Absolutely amazing. So all in all today, for everything you can see on the island and the 2 packs of Rubicon, I've spent £13.72. Had I done the shopping in the supermarket, this lot would have cost me £94.95, giving me a saving of £81.23. Absolutely amazing. So for under £14, I've got vegetables, treats, meal sauces, pancakes, gifts for people, lunches, drinks for the week. Absolutely amazing. Oh, the bread I need. Absolutely amazing. What do you like best? What's the best thing that you see here that you like? Let me know. Okay, I'm really hot and I do need to go and get a cool drink. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please take care. Remember you're loved, and know the world is a better place with you in it. Bye, love.